Hello, this is Sean Winters, digital coach for Union County. I'm going to show how to create a trivia game where you can break your students into teams and be able to broadcast the results of questions as it goes. So what I would do is you would distribute these different sheets to different teams. So team 1 would get this Google sheet, and what they're going to do, they're going to record their answers here. Team 2 gets 1, and Team 3. And you can change up these colors and make it more unique for them or have them put in a team name. Doesn't really matter. What's really neat is all your answers, and I'll show you just right here, this test, is going to actually populate into this screen. And so what we could actually do is, okay, this team got a point, this team got none, this team got none, and actually distribute that out. So I'll show you actually how this is full on taking place. And bring that back. So how I would run this game is the very first thing is we'll have a little question bank, and you can do this on a separate screen. I kind of like this so you can see, what question was asked, and then you'll see the team's results. So all I have is an image placed in front of this, and I'll show you how to create each of these pieces. And so I'm going to hit the down arrow, and we're going to see that the first year when did Columbus arrive in the Americas. So team 1 says, okay, we know that was 1492. Team 2 said it was 1776, and then team 3 said it was 1492. And so when we look back at the scoreboard, after giving a specific amount of time, we can say 30 seconds, a minute, whatever, say, all right, teams, we're going to reveal the answers. You click the image, you tap down. I'm going to make sure I press enter on each of these. I'll have to remind your teams that too. You'll see the screens populates, and we say, okay, these two teams get points, and you can do your points however you want. And then we'll go on to the next question. And same thing, that they type in their answers, press enter, type in their answers, press enter. And then over here, we press down, reveal our answers, and say, oh, this team got none, none, and they got 1. So you get to see the question and the responses their teams are giving, and nobody's getting any disadvantage from anybody else. But with this, there are some little tricks that you notice that I'm doing. So this scoreboard that I'm actually going to be presenting on the thing, it's actually connected to each of these sheets separately. So how did I actually do this? So what I'm actually doing is I'm doing an import range. And I'll show you how to do an import range. So if I do equals import, and you'll see it starts predicting, and I click range, it's going to tell me exactly the steps I need to take. And you get the full list of the spreadsheet that I'm working with. So that's this address right here. I just jump in and I copy it. I'm just going to do quotation, I'm going to paste it, and then I'm going to close the quotation, and then comma, and then you see that it's saying World Cup exclamation point, and then A1 through D21. This World Cup, that's actually the sheet name, and so when I go back I say, all right, well that's sheet 1, so I can type in sheet 1, but then I got to do the exclamation point. Oh, I forgot to do quotation marks. And then from there, it's cell A1 all the way to whatever I want. I can do E12. Doesn't really matter. And then I just hit enter, and it's going to populate all the information that's on that page that fits in there. So if I jump down and I said, all right, so it was going to E12. So if I go over E3 and I just put a little smiley face in there, you'll see over here, if I scroll over, the smiley face is going to show up. So this page doesn't require any editing. It's going to edit itself. It's going to update as these pages change. So that's an import range. So all I've done is in these first cells, I've done import range, and it populates all the way down. So I'm going to move this image out of our way. Oop. So it just populates all the way down. But if I put anything in here manually, I'm going to get an error. it's going to occur. So we don't actually need to type in any of this. It's going to type in itself. So that's pretty cool. Now, this little scrolling image that I've done, this is actually really easy to build, and I'll show you how to do that. Let's get rid of one. So I'm going to do Insert, Drawing. And from there, I'll just grab a shape. I say, okay, I want it to be about this big. I want another shape just to give directions on what I'm going to do with it. I'm just going to create an arrow. So all I'm doing is layering images, and okay, I don't like that color. I can click and I can change the color. If I don't like the order, I can bring it forward. I can bring it back. We can rotate these. All these things are possible with this. Now you'll see you get little cheat lines, and this is really nice because it helps you kind of line things up. I'll show you where the center is on that. If I want some text in here, I can go add some word art, and I say pull down, resize it to fit. Say you can rotate. Now, here's how you can get some pretty cool little effects. I changed the fill color to yellow, and then I'm doing the border green, but I want my border to be a little thicker. So you can see I get a neat little effect. And then when I do save and close, it's now in this image just setting on top of our slides. Not actually part of our slides, it's just setting on top, and you can resize and adjust these. And now it's just a little pull down. And what's really neat is if I use the down arrows or the side, it actually moves a little slower, so I don't risk accidentally revealing the next question too early. So that's a really neat little tie-in trick. We could build in an automatic calculator so you can have a scoreboard going. We could write if statements where if the answer is this, give them a point. If the answer is this, don't give them a point. The error in that might be students don't type in the exact same thing. I typed in Booth here. You could do John Wilkes Booth. We could do initials. We could misspell it slightly. Some of those are your call. Now, if this was math, I might want the answer is 12, and my students might do x equals 12, and you kind of get into your errors there, if you understand what I mean. But this is a really simple way of just getting questions.
Hey, thanks for watching our video. If you would, please click the like button and subscribe so you can be up to date with any of our new videos. And thank you for watching.